Most people think that becoming wealthy starts when the money arrives. But the truth is, the wealthiest version of you started long before the money showed up. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Rebecca. I come from a modest background in India. And since then, I have built multiple businesses, moved to Dubai, and create a stable life for my family. Now, I'm on a mission to help women over 40s reclaim their financial power and start their own wealth journeys. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple habits or behaviors that you can practice every day so that you can start embodying the richest version of yourself and start making decisions like that version of you right now. The first habit that you can start cultivating in your life is this habit of looking at your finances closely. I call this process sealing the leak. A lot of the times, we don't even know where the money is going. So when I started building my finance and wealth journey, I had to really sit down and look at what I was doing and where I was spending the money. And in this process, it was quite surprising for me to find out I was buying a lot of makeups. And to be honest, I don't use most of it. I use very little to no makeup most of the time. And I was buying all of this makeup just because it showed up on my social feeds, and I thought, that would be nice. So there were a lot of Sephora bills that was unnecessary because half of the product, I didn't even touch it. Another thing that I noticed was that I was buying a lot of gym clothes. Now, it's not bad to have all of this, but I don't think that is necessary to have 10 black leggings. So I really had to look and see where I was spending money and where I could cut down and use that money for better purpose. So if you are ready for this wealth journey, then take one day out. And it doesn't have to be the whole day. Set out some time, couple of hours, take a printout of your statement and go line by line and see where your money is going. And ask yourself, do I really need to spend money on these things? Or am I spending it because I'm just not aware and it just by impulse, or social media said that it is a nice thing to have, that's why I'm spending? Or maybe, it's because it makes you feel happy. Yeah, a little bit of dopamine hit. So if we start looking at it consciously, then we start taking control of our finances and stop the leak. The second thing that you can start applying in your life is this 50-30-20 rule of budgeting. So what is this 50-30-20 rule of budgeting? It's the idea that 50% of your income goes towards essentials. It could be your rent, your monthly utility bills, and your groceries. 30% of your monthly income goes towards wants. It could be a vacation that you've been planning for or a gadget that you've been eyeing for some time. And 20% of your income goes to either savings/investments. Now for me, some months the 50-30-20 rule does not apply. Some months I'm able to save way more than 20% because I don't have a want that I particularly want to buy or spend money on. So my investment percentage goes up from 20% to, let's say, 30 or 40%. And there are times when I have not planned for certain bills and it just showed up. So some months the investment was lower than 20%. As a rule of thumb, 50-30-20 is a good thing for the mind to understand. But sometimes life happens and we're not able to exactly stick to it. But that is okay. As long as you have this understanding that you need to allocate a chunk of money every month without fail towards investment, then your monthly compounding towards your wealth will still continue to be there for you. The third thing that you can start doing is building out an emergency fund of 6 months. Emergency fund is that monthly expenses that you absolutely have to have for you to live the life that you're living today. Times that by 6, and that is your emergency fund for 6 months. When I left my 9-to-5 job to start a yoga business, I didn't understand what is emergency fund. The first few months of leaving the job and trying to figure out how to run a business was a bit of a blur. And I remember many nights that I couldn't sleep because I just didn't know what I was doing. The saving grace though, that I have this habit of saving money. So looking back, I realized that I had built out an emergency fund of more than 12 months. And I was able to breeze through this time when I didn't have much income as compared to my 9-to-5 job. And I was able to navigate through those changes whilst building out my business. So emergency fund can help in life-changing situation. In my case, it was a career change. And for some people, it could be somebody unwell in the family and you really have to use that emergency fund towards that medical bills. We never know what changes can happen in life, and this emergency fund is exactly for that. If you haven't started building out your emergency funds yet, start today. Start small, start building it. The fourth habit that you can start applying in your life is this habit of consistent investing. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, the market is down. Should I invest? Is it the right time? Or should I wait for a little while? Well, come rain or shine, market up or down, we continue to invest. And why is that? Because compounding works beautifully when we invest consistently over a period of time. Now, as for the market, it may do this up and down for some time. But if you really look 5 years, 10 years back, the market has continuously grown up. So we are playing the long game. I'll give you an example. Someone who has continuously invested at $500 at, let's say, 10% ROI for over 10 years. And this person has not touched the investment and has been very consistent that $500 invested every month at 10% ROI for 10 years, your total investment comes up to $60,000. Your earnings are $43,276 and your portfolio value is over 100,000, 103,276 to be precise. Now let's look at another person who has done investing consistently but at a lower value. Someone who has invested $100 at 10% ROI for 10 years. The total investment amount is $12,000, earnings at $8,485 and portfolio value of $20,485. Now, I don't know about you, I get really excited by compounding. And my mom used to always say this, invest the money that you would not miss. So if it is $100 every month that you would not miss, or if it is $500, or let's say if it is $1,000 that you're not going to miss and you put it consistently to work for you, then compounding works amazing and you can build this sustainable wealth over a period of times, and you really don't have to think about this investment money because it's the amount of money that you don't miss. So get excited of compounding, figure out what amount is your I don't miss amount and use that amount to set aside and let compounding work for you. The fifth and the most important habit that you can inculcate is this habit of continuously investing in yourself. When I started my wealth journey a while ago, it became very apparent that I needed to upskill myself. Those early days, I had to learn marketing skills, sales, and communication skills. Other thing that I needed to do was to build my physical and mental strength. And I do that even now because I realize that energy is the biggest currency in your wealth journey. When you have physical strength, mental clarity and capacity, you can use your energy towards wealth creation. A person who is unwell cannot think of wealth creation. So invest wisely in yourself. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the next one.